I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get on. So I'm just watching our numbers to see. We're supposed to have about 100 participants with us tonight. So I'm just going to give us all a little time to get on board. I am Chrissy Thomas. I know a lot of you that are on here tonight, and I'm excited to see. I pulled up the list a minute ago, and I saw the numbers and the people who are coming, and it's really funny. Some of you are already enjoying your Vivace experience, and I'm tickled that you're joining just to watch the webinar. There's so much excitement about this treatment and about the results that we're seeing, so that just speaks to how much you're enjoying this experience. And I know that some of you were just here the past couple of days. We've consulted about Vivace. You're excited, you're ready to try it, and you tuned into the webinar tonight, so that's great. And I heard that Linda and the girls are having a watch party. So I'm real jealous because I would like to be with you guys. I bet that would be fun. And I see that there's a lot of people that we haven't seen in a long time. So welcome back. It's so awesome that you're joining us and that you're seeing me. Unfortunately, we can't see you tonight, so you can have your glass of wine, wear your PJs, and enjoy yourself. But thank you all very much for giving up some of your time on Wednesday night to join us. Just looking, we are getting there. We have a lot of people joining us now, so we'll go ahead and talk about a few things I want to let you know about. A lot of you know that we are opening our second location in Hamilton Mill on October 1st. You don't know the date. We have found out that the date is most likely October 1st. So we're very excited. We are indeed keeping the Snellville location. I've had a few questions about that, but we are opening a Hamilton Mill location. Just because there are quite a few new people with us tonight, let me just explain. I am Chrissy Thomas. I'm the owner of About Face Skincare. I opened the business about 18 years ago when our baby was 3 weeks old and our son was 17 months old. I opened just a very tiny little branch off of the plastic surgery practice that I have been working with that retired. So they let me keep the skincare part of the practice. And from there, we just grew and grew to the point that my husband had to stop his full-time job to help me. And then we grew and grew, and now we have a staff of about 20 people. We've hired our staff for Hamilton Mill. We have some wonderful people who are helping us there. We actually talked to most of these people about a year ago, and thankfully they were ready to go ahead and join the team whenever we found out that we were going to go ahead and be opening this fall. So lots of good things happening here. We're also going to give Snellville a facelift. We've got a few things in mind for updating our Snellville office. So we're excited. You guys that are going to be staying in the Snellville office will enjoy seeing what we're doing. And we have the same designer team, Design Etc., with Tracy Cook and Beth Davis helping us design our new location in Hamilton Mill. So same team that designed Snellville. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. We are going to be doing our annual September sale. So if you haven't been with us in a while, we still do that September sale where we offer 20% off. So feel free to let us know if there's some things that you want to purchase. We can bank them for you to use later on at the 20% savings. But we're also going to have a special deal for you right now with Vivace. So you'll want to stay tuned to listen to that. Let's see. And we're going to start something so exciting. It's not as big as Vivace, but I am so excited about this. We're going to start doing lash lifting in September. And those of you that know about it, lash lifting is an awesome treatment. It opens your lashes. So it's almost like you put a little permanent solution on the lashes to curl them upward, and it just makes your lashes look longer. It opens your eyes a little bit more. It lasts about 8 weeks. We're also including lash tinting with our lash lifting, so you can just get your lashes lifted, look like you have on your mascara, and that'll be a really nice thing to have through the season. Hi guys. Oh, Kelly is excited for lash lifting. Kelly is one of our new estheticians that's actually certified to be a trainer for lash lifting, so we're really excited to have an expert with us. So let's get started talking about Vivace. It looks like a lot of people have joined us. I have been looking for about a year at some new technology. And so I'm going to back up a little bit. Those of you that are with me know exactly what I'm talking about, but those of you who are not know that non-surgical facelifting is a key point. It's what put About Face on the map. We are the largest microcurrent studio in the Southeast. We have at least 3 estheticians a day doing microcurrent all day long in their rooms. That's our non-surgical facelifting, and that is what keeps muscles lifted and eyes lifted and foreheads tightened and things like that. A lot of people enjoy our non-surgical facelifting, and for some, that's just not something that they've ever gotten into. So I wanted to find something that would give my non-surgical facelifters a little bit more skin tightening and skin lifting, a little bit bigger result. And I needed to find something that would help my clients that do more of our PRP services and more of the Botox and the fillers, something that would give them some increased skin tightening. Because if it makes sense, if I'm doing fillers and I'm lifting your cheeks, or I'm making your lips a little bit fuller, it's going to have a different look if we don't do something to help the entire skin on the face be tighter and build more collagen. If we're just filling out this part and filling out this part, the face lifts this way, which is nice, that's very nice, but you can't do anything to anti-age these areas. So I had been looking for this technology, and we brought in a system called Fractora back in 2014. And Fractora was the first of its kind. It was a microneedler that also had radio frequency. So in the About Face practice, a lot of you know we do microneedling, which is collagen induction therapy, just little microneedles, and that can make the skin look really nice. Helps with fine lines and creases and dark spots and things like that. We have radio frequency contouring that we pair in our non-surgical facelifting. So whenever we do the non-surgical facelifting, the radio frequency is on the surface of the skin. And that radio frequency is telling those collagen fibers, you have a threat and you need to be stronger to build more collagen to fight this controlled injury. So those 2 therapies work great. But if you want to kick it up a notch, you use a technology that's going to not only give you microneedling, but while the little needles are in the skin, it's also going to introduce radio frequency that's going to go inside that tissue to stimulate collagen. So naturally, you can see how that would be a little bit bigger result. So when we brought Fractora in a few years ago, it was the first of its kind. It was very exciting and it was a wonderful treatment, but there were some things about it that were negatives. Those of you that have had it, including myself, it hurt like mad. It was a very uncomfortable treatment. We would numb you for an hour. We eventually brought in the Pronox system, the laughing gas system, and that helped a little bit, took the edge off, but you still just dreaded it. I had clients that would come in and say, I have been nervous about this and I didn't really want to come do it, but the results were really nice. But our Fractora treatment, whenever we did Fractora, we had a needle tip, and as the provider, we would put this needle tip into this numbed, cleansed skin. We would step on a foot pedal, and it would deliver radio frequency into the skin, as I mentioned, and it would create a collagen and a more skin tightening, thicker skin appearance. But the problem was the needles were in the skin as far as we put them. We had to put the needles into the skin to the bottom of the needle for the machine to work properly, and we stepped on a foot pedal and it just delivered this blast of radio frequency into the skin quickly, which was one reason that it hurt so badly. So of course, as all things go, there have been several units that have been produced since Fractora, which was in 2014. It's amazing how quickly this industry grows because that's only 6 years, and we've had 2 or 3 different machines. But Vivace came out, gosh, I think it was 2 years ago. I can't remember exactly when it hit the market, but I started hearing things immediately. And so I kept my eye on this machine because I had a lot of things that I really wanted for my newer technology. I wanted to wait until there was enough of a difference to make it worth purchasing a new treatment. And I think that I certainly found it with Vivace. So I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. So I want to tell you some of the particulars about it. I have notes because, of course, why did I do this on a Wednesday after working all day? My brain is a little fried then. But it's a needle tip, and it's a little plastic tip that inside has 36 gold needles, so you don't have any issues with nickel allergies and things like that. It goes to 31 depths of penetration. So that is why this technology is very good. Not only can we control the rate at which that radio frequency is delivered inside the skin, we can control the level of radio frequency, and we can control the depth at which it is put into the skin. So if I want to work on your cheek area and I want to deliver radio frequency 1.5 millimeters deep into the skin to tighten those lower tissues, I can do a second pass and I can decrease that depth and I can tighten the upper tissues. I can put a little bit of that energy into a 0.8 millimeter area. So I'm tightening that skin up. And I love that effect. That's where I think that I'm seeing so much more of an effect with this technology than I did with our previous technology. This has the same technology that they use in the Da Vinci surgical systems, the robotic surgical systems where the surgeon's in the back room and the robot is doing the surgery. So there is no guessing as to how deep to put these needles. We simply place the head of this device on the surface of the skin and push the button, and I believe that you can see it's going to deliver to the depth that it is preset for. It also has LED light in here, so you're getting skin tightening, you're getting some LED light for skin smoothing. It's like 3 different treatments in one with the microneedling. Put her in standby. So we typically will recommend a series of 3 treatments, done once every 4 weeks. So 3 treatments spread out among 4-week intervals. If you'd like to get an even greater result, we recommend doing the PRP with it. The PRP is not only going to help you heal more quickly, but it's also going to give you even more of a collagen boost because we're taking a little bit of blood from your arm, we're spinning out the red blood cells in the centrifuge, and so what's left is that apple cider color platelet-rich plasma that's full of your rich growth factor. So as we go along with these little needles and we're piercing the skin, we have 2.5 minutes to put something on the surface of the skin that's going to penetrate down in those little holes before the skin starts to heal that wound. And so we take that platelet-rich plasma and we just rub it onto the skin like it's a lotion, and it's going to sink down into those little holes and start stimulating collagen and healing those tissues. So that is a wonderful bonus to add on to your treatment. So what we're starting to see is radiant skin, collagen stimulation, evening out of hyperpigmentation in skin color. It's not going to do so much to heal melasma, but more importantly, it's not supposed to trigger melasma. So, you know, it's safe to use on all skin types. I just had that question before I got on with you guys tonight. So it is safe on all skin types, which is big, big, big for us with this technology. It's going to tighten and lift the skin. I am so excited about that because, as I said, we don't always want to lift this way. There's a lot to be said for lifting tissue up this way. It's going to minimize pores and it's going to help with fine lines and creases. So you get all the benefits that you hear of with the microneedling with the skin surface, the fine lines and creases and pores and dark areas and things like that. But you also get that intense tightening and collagen stimulation of that radio frequency being delivered inside the skin. Recovery is one of the best things. There's 2 best things about this. Recovery is one of the best things because it is such a short recovery time, one of the shortest for technology of this kind. So we do the treatment, say today, tomorrow you can put makeup on. We just ask that you wait until the next day to put makeup on. We ask that you clean your makeup brushes because of course there is some little open areas on your face, but very, very fine. You saw the size of those needles. So it's a very, very fine needle opening that's already started to heal. And as long as you have clean brushes and preferably mineral-based makeup, then you're going to look fantastic. Our mineral air makeup system is awesome to use after this because it's very clean makeup that your fingers haven't touched and you're not even using a brush. You could have a little bit of puffiness. I tend to swell easily if I do treatments, and so I had just a little bit of fullness maybe around my eye, but it was really no big deal. Nothing that I even noticed, nothing my clients noticed. More these days, you have to be careful with the mask. So you just want to make sure you use some moisturizer so that the mask doesn't irritate your skin if you've had a treatment done. And it continues to improve over 4 to 6 weeks. Even if you do one treatment, you're going to continue to see results improve for the next 6 months. So it's very exciting. It's all the good things that we have with Fractora, which we thought was a wonderful system anyway, with updates, with that different needle depth and increased skin tightening and shorter healing time. And best of all, It doesn't really hurt. Now, some people will come in and say, oh, now wait a minute. If you've ever had microneedling, it feels a little bit like microneedling. It's a little pinchy. Somebody said today, we did 4 today. It's very busy. We have 2 machines because one is going to be housed at our Hamilton Mill location, and they're both going all day long right now. So it's kind of nice that while we're having this influx of business here, we have the 2 machines to go back and forth between. But it is adjustable. So if it's uncomfortable, we can absolutely turn it down. And no one has said, oh, I'd never do this again. Everybody is thrilled with the decrease in pain. The forehead can be just a little bit tender. And once you start moving on down, you really don't even have to use numbing cream on the neck. It's amazing how much better it feels. We can do neck, décolleté, we're doing backs of hands. We can do other body parts. If you, sometimes lifeguards, when people were teenage lifeguards, the tops of their thighs get really damaged. It's great for treating that area, treating the forearms and things like that. So we can talk to you about any area, but we're primarily focusing, of course, on face, neck, and décolleté, backs of hands. We're not even using Pronox, but Pronox is still available for you. That's our laughing gas system. Some people just like the Pronox, and that is okay. Some people like the Pronox for facials, and that is okay. But we have some specials for you at the launch. Actually, let me pause for a minute because I had Sam come in real quick and just take a picture of me tonight. I had my first Vivace treatment done, I think it was June 22nd. And I just had my second one done last week. So I am 1 treatment in a week and some change in. So let me just show you what I look like at this point. For all of you that hate when I take your pictures, okay, I am putting myself out there. And this poor girl on the left-hand side looks like she's been drinking vodka in her treatment room all day. That is really sad. But what I want to show you about this, all kidding aside, you can see when you look, wow, my eyes are much brighter. My face looks thinner and lifted, and that's because it's pulling a lot of this tissue up. So when I talk to you about how I can't keep putting filler in your face and taking up void spots without your face looking unnatural, you can see by what I'm talking about here. My face is very round and I am very fleshy. I have thick skin, thicker skin, and I have a couple of extra quarantine pounds. I will admit that. So if I were looking at myself here, I would think, oh, my lips are a little asymmetrical. There's no filler in them. So maybe at this point, I had a little bit of filler a year ago and it's gone. So at this point, if I wanted to even up my lips on this picture, I would do filler here, but it's actually coming from this cheek. So I would lift this cheek up. Well, you see, I really don't need any more volume in my cheeks. It would be more just a lifter here and here, but this is my side that I love to sleep on. It's my driving side, so that's gotten the most damage. I had some Botox in this picture already, but you can see I have very asymmetrical eyebrows. You guys are never gonna look at me the same again. My right eye sits much lower, and so I do everything I can to lift my eyes, but I'm starting to see my sweet daddy's eyes where they are laying on my eyelids. So that's the kind of thing that I knew I needed to start doing, something that had a little bit more boom with the skin tightening. So in this picture, you can see my face looks thinner because a lot of this weight has been lifted back up where it belongs. So you see how the tissue has lifted upward this way. You see how my lips look, my lips are very wide here. Here you see how the width has decreased and the height has increased. And that is what I'm looking for. If I were to fill my lips here, I would have these wide lips that didn't look natural for me. But in lifting and tightening my skin, it gives me back my Cupid's bow. It takes away a little bit of that asymmetry because it's lifting that cheek. So just showing you guys the things that you will notice. And this is very early. This is 1 treatment. So I'm very, well, 2, but it's too early to see the results from number 2 yet. So this is 1.2 treatments. But I'm really excited to see, I'm also seeing that my lids aren't laying as heavily here. And this poor little sad eyebrow is starting to lift up a little bit. I had makeup on in both pictures and my color's a little bit different in this one, but you can see that the skin is just smoother and more even. And my eyes look just brighter. So I am excited about that. Let's see, let me just get back here. So I was going to go over our special pricing for our launch event. So what we've decided to offer for you guys is 25% off all of the Vivace single treatments, the Vivace series of treatments, and the PRP that we put on top. So I am going to go to my About Face Skin store and just show you how this works. Let's see, here we go. So if you go to aboutfaceskin.store, you're going to see on the left-hand side where it says Vivace, new. And you can go over here and see there is a Vivace series of 3 face and neck treatments. There's a series of 3 face-only treatments, and the series of 3 face, neck, and décolletage. So there's also the singles, the single face treatment, single face, neck, and chest, and the single face and neck. So you just go and put that into your cart. There is also the PRP treatments. It says select quantity to equal your Vivace treatment. So of course, if you're buying a series of 3, you're welcome to buy just 1 PRP treatment, but you can go over here, put that PRP treatment in your cart and purchase 3 of those if you want. So whenever you go to checkout, you're going to put, I can't remember what it was, Sam. It's save 25. You're going to put save 25 in as your code.
Okay. Right. And I've put that on the chat, and we will send everybody an email after this is over, either tomorrow morning or tonight, that will have the code in the email, so you can go back and visit the store and take advantage of the savings.
Okay. All right. So that's easy enough. I know a lot of you guys would know how to do that anyway, but sometimes there's a little bit of confusion about how to get to the store with some of our less savvy computer users, and I understand because I'm one of those. So that is our Vivace. You have until August 31st to purchase your Vivace treatments at 25% off. At that point, we will continue to honor the 20% off at our September sale. So you'll still be able to purchase on sale in September, but to get that extra 25%, we're going to cut that off on August 31st. Now, I know that some of you are still not really getting out and doing a lot. So if you would prefer to see me for a virtual consultation, or Mary, some of the other staff here, we're happy to set that up for you. You can just, you can actually text us now on our main office number and just let us know that you want to set up an appointment, or you want to set up a virtual appointment, and we can talk to you about your specific needs. If you decided you want to go ahead and purchase your Vivace at the sale price, but for some reason we talk and decide that, oh, you're not a candidate for that, then we're happy to reimburse that money. That's not a problem. But there's very few issues, pregnancy and breastfeeding, we wouldn't want to do it. And there's a few other things that we could talk about. For the most part, everybody is fine to do this, safe on all skin types. So let me take a look here and see if there's any questions that I need to answer for you. And somebody asked, if you purchase Vivace for the face, neck, and chest, do you need to purchase 1 or 3 PRPs if you want PRP in all 3 areas? And I answer that just to make sure. Purchase a PRP for each treatment that you want to use PRP with. So if you purchase the series of 3, you would purchase 3 individual PRP toppers. And can it treat stretch marks? Yes, it can. And what it would do is, you know how the stretch mark, and particularly an older stretch mark, it has that little, it's like a little bridge, and it's got that real thin skin in the middle. Whenever we introduce that radio frequency and those needles into that thin skin, it's going to stimulate collagen, and it's going to tighten up that area. So the stretch mark might not disappear completely, but the area is going to look much smoother. And I see if you do 3, when will you need to do more? So that's the kind of thing that we can help you customize individually. With these radio frequency microneedling treatments, oftentimes I recommend you do that series of 3, and then you do 1 every 6 months for a maintenance treatment. And a lot of people have thought about doing that because that's what they did with Fractora. Vivace is safe. to do every month. Not that you need to do it every month, but just to say it's not like, oh, you got to wait because you've damaged the skin. It's safe to do it every month. I imagine a lot of people after they do their series are going to do it every 6 months. Sometimes our more mature clients will go ahead and do something like this every 3 to 4 months, just because they don't have that benefit of the collagen stimulation as they get older. Just like with the PRP treatment, sometimes they repeat those a little bit more frequently. And let's see, does it help with pore size? Yes, it does. It actually, as we go and put that radio frequency and the microneedles in, it's going to tighten that skin and it's going to give you a nice tightened pore. And let's see, I think that, would this be a treatment for upper arms where you have crepey skin and low tone? Yes, it is. Some women do it if they have had a baby and they don't have excess fat. If they did, we could do cool sculpting and their muscle tone is nice, or else we would go ahead and introduce our cool tone treatment. But if it's just that little extra bit of skin, this is nice for skin tightening. If it's that crepey area that we all start to see as we start getting into our 50s and the sun damage really starts to hit us, this would be nice just to tighten those areas. And for that, it's not on the store. Just contact us and we'll help you with the pricing and the purchase. Would this replace the vampire facelift, or would you use this in conjunction with it? You know, this I think would replace the vampire facelift for a lot of people, especially with the PRP topper, because we're basically doing sort of the same thing. And it's all according. If I were doing the vampire facelift on somebody with a lot of rosacea and redness, I really like that micro Botox in the skin because it does decrease that redness. So if it's somebody that has a lot of redness, rosacea, I would want to talk about that before we decided on Vivace. But yes, I think that this would replace the vampire facelift for most people that wanted to go this route. I've already had 2 or 3 people in making their plans. Our Best Face Forward Club was announced, and the Best Face Forward is it's a little club that we ask you to join based on spending from the last year and loyalty and referrals and things like that. So we launched this for our Best Face Forward ladies a few weeks ago, and a lot of them have already decided to give up the vampire and switch to Vivace. Let's see. Do you still do your Botox? Good question. You probably will. This is going to lift the skin. Botox works on the muscles. So if I lift my skin, but my muscle is still pulling tight, I'm still going to see that glabella frown line. I'm not going to like that. So I think that you probably will still do Botox. You might be able to get away with using a little bit less, but I don't want to build up any anticipation on that. Filler, I can see where you might actually use a little bit less filler, but there again, everybody's going to be different, so I don't want to promise that, but I could see, you know, you saw my picture, I probably wouldn't even worry. I might give myself just a little contour over time. My lips, I've always been big and I've been a little bit self-conscious about my lips, so I don't really like to do a lot of filler in them, so I probably wouldn't even bother with that at this point. Maybe just a little on the edges to open them up. Certainly as they start turning under over time, I would restore them, pull them back out of my mouth. Would this treatment be just as helpful for younger people? Yes, it would. It's, you know, if you're thinking about the maintaining as you get older, this is wonderful for just lifting and tightening skin. It helps with acne scars. It helps with active acne. It's wonderful for that. So yes, it is an option for younger people as well. Results on the hands are wonderful. You see a tightening and a thickening of the hand. So it's a wonderful treatment for just restoring that hand. The hands get so much sun whenever we're driving and just out and about. It's wonderful treatment for hands. Let's see, there's a lot of questions coming in. I'm sorry, let me catch up here. Does it replace Aqua Gold? Yes, Kimberly, it would replace Aqua Gold. It would give you the tightening and the lifting that would be much greater than an Aqua Gold treatment. So it would be like Aqua Gold on steroids. And Mark is asking me about my husband. Is he 32? He looks so young. Sam was brave enough to do a treatment. So Sam, how was your treatment? He did great. I was so shocked because Sam is not known for his courage at about face skincare, and he did.
As Muhammad Ali would say, I'm a pretty man.
Yeah, you are a pretty man now. If we got you on a few skincare products, you would look great.
All right.
Yeah, he did great though, and I can see Sam's little cheeks lifting and his little eyes opening. He's looking great. We have to get him in for another one soon. Is this the price per area or per hour? Okay, it is the price per area. So face and neck, and face, neck, and chest. We decrease the price as we add treatments on because we're already here doing the treatment. But it is priced per area, and it's described on the Skin Store.
And I think that question might allude to maybe this person might want to do another body area. And if so, we would probably just have them come in and just see what they need done.
Or we could do a quick virtual just to see which area you're talking about and price it for you, because that would make a difference if we're doing a whole arm and leg versus if we're doing hands or forearms or something like that. So we're happy to just see you privately and take care of your question there. Okay, how long would a treatment last? And I believe you're asking about the specific treatment. And I would say about an hour and a half time with us. We bring you in and numb you for 30 minutes. And then we bring you into the treatment room and get your face good and clean, take some pictures, sign consents, draw the PRP if we're doing that. So all of that's going to take a little bit of time. The thing about Vivace is I had a client actually say, I like how, what was the word she used? And I can't remember, but she said how regimented it is, or how predictable I think it is, where Fractora sometimes felt like you didn't know if this one was going to hurt or how, you didn't really know what was coming. It created anxiety. This is very deliberate with that Da Vinci technology where it's just bzzzt, bzzzt. And so it's a very predictable pattern that's on your face. And she said, I really appreciate that because it's not as anxiety provoking. It doesn't really hurt. So that's nice. Does it help soften the vertical lip lines? Yes, it does. And part of that is that it's tightening this and it's lifting this. So if you think about it, if you lift and you tighten the skin, you're actually kind of pulling some of those little pleats out, and you're microneedling into those little lip lines. So you're going to see the whole mouth area soften. How long do the results last? Okay, I couldn't tell which way you were going. The results, even if you do one treatment, you're going to start to see results in just a couple of weeks, and the results can continue for up to 6 months. Now, of course, if you do 3 treatments, you're going to see a lot more results than you're going to see in just one treatment, but the results will continue for 6 months, and that's why most of this company recommends a maintenance treatment every 6 months. And let's see. I think that is all of the questions. Okay, no more questions. And I'm just going to look through the little chat. Oh, all right. And I think that's it. If anybody has any other questions, you can just put them in the Q&A real quick. And if you guys are good and you would like to talk to me privately, feel free to text on our company phone number. That's fine. You can email me, Chrissy Thomas @aboutfaceskin.com. You can catch us through our Facebook Messenger. You can catch us through Instagram. You can catch us everywhere. I'm sorry, I have another question. She said, if you do 3 treatments, how soon do you do the follow-up? So if you do the 3 treatments, we could bring you back in at 4 to 6 weeks if you would like to see your photographs. We're not going to make you do that, but it's kind of cool to come back and see your photographs. And then, as I said, you would come back in 6 months if you wanted. Now, if you wanted one sooner, if you wanted to come every 3 months, you could. So that's totally up to you. But I would have a treatment every 6 months. Let me also mention too, Care Credit has a special offer out for us. If you if you open up a new Care Credit account and you spend $1,000 on that Care Credit account, they will give you a $100 statement credit back. So you save $100 if you open and use a Care Credit account for Vivace. Okay. So I see another question. Yes, it is 3 treatments over a 12-week period. So you come in, you have your treatment, you come back in 4 weeks, you have your treatment, you come back in 4 weeks and you have your treatment. And then you're on your own. If you are a non-surgical facelifter, we would do these treatments in between your non-surgical, just so that we don't have any overlap of that. You can do your maintenance and do Vivace the next day, but once you do Vivace, we don't want you to do anything for 2 more weeks. Okay. And this is a good question. Once I purchase by August 31st, is there a deadline to use it? No. If you are wanting to wait until later in the fall to do your treatments, you can purchase and bank with us as you can Botox, Juvederm treatments. We don't mind if you do that. So you can purchase by August 31st at the sale price, and then you can delay your start time until you're ready to start. That's a good question. All right. Any other questions? Thank you, guys. You've been so interactive. It's fun.
Hey, I have a quick, if you wish to purchase by Care Credit, we can't run those transactions over the store. So if you need to purchase and put that on your Care Credit card, you'll need to call into our front desk and they can do the transaction over the phone with you.
Right. Or just text us through our main phone number and we'll give you a call back and just get your Care Credit number and get that taken care of for you. We don't have Care Credit set up as an option on our store. I have another question. How does the frequency fit in with VI peels? The VI peels are wonderful. If you were going to do Vivace, I would say let's put the VI peels on hold, because Vivace is going to treat a lot of the same things that the VI peels are going to treat. So acne, dark spots, general skin freshening. I would say do the Vivace, and then let's just see. You might be able to maintain your Vivace results with the VI peel, and just work another Vivace in every 6 months or a year, depending upon what we're doing Vivace for. If we're doing it for a lot of skin tightening, we wouldn't want to wait that long, but we could customize that and see for you. And you can have that laughing gas if you want it, because I know who that question was from. Oh gosh, let's see. If I purchase, I see. If I purchase 3 Vivace for face, neck, and chest, do I need 3 PRPs or do I need 9 PRPs? Debbie, that is such a good question, because I see where that can be confusing. When we draw PRP, we're not going to charge you more to add extra areas. We'll draw enough PRP to cover face, neck, and chest, and hands. We would have enough to do your hands too if you decided you wanted to add that. So there's only purchase 3 PRPs. Just purchase a single PRP for a single Vivace treatment, whether it's just the face or face, neck, and chest. All right. I think that is it. Thank you, guys. This is so fun. I miss the days of launch parties. We hope it comes back. I watch the Georgia Department of Health like mad, and the cases are dropping in Georgia. It is back down to where it was in late June now. So, we're getting there. We just have to be patient. And I know there's a lot of anxiety with our teacher clients that we're talking with, and our parent clients we're talking with that are trying to teach their kids at home. And we have one kid that did get to go to college, but it's a very different college experience right now. And one child that's having to spend his fall semester at home, sophomore year at home, because they're not letting sophomores come back to campus. So, we've all got things right now, and it is such a frustrating time. But here's hoping that the end of 2020 gets better. And thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you guys. All you new guys, I hope we get to meet you soon. And all of you guys that have been with us, and the ones of you that we haven't seen in a while, thank you so much for your loyalty and support. We know we would be nowhere without you. You guys are amazing. And we hope you guys have a good night. Thank you.